Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeanette and I am a high vibrational being. I am here to bring a message. And this message is just for those who took an oath. Those who took an oath to serve and protect the people of God. These are for the lawyers, the judges, officers, military officials, the government, CIA, anyone who took an oath to serve and protect humanity, police officers, troopers, all forces. Know that God is watching you. Know that your success lies in the hands of God and not man. Know that you have a contract with the Most High to seek truth, justice, and fairness, to protect and to balance the scales of justice. You will not fail with God and the heavenly realms around you. Cases are no longer able to be brought under the table to obstruct evidence or witnesses. The law of justice will be weighed just like Mayat weighs the souls in the underworld. If your heart is heavier than the feather, you will be judged accordingly in your life. No one will get away with being deceitful anymore. The world is changing, and with change, many who are not in the light will suffer. Too much injustice has happened on this planet, and God has had it. The scales need to be balanced, and they will. When you go against the Creator of you and everything He has created for good of His people, animals, Mother Gaia, the water, the air, electricity, everything you're doing on the ground, you will be judged very quickly. So be prepared, for there will be many storms and many fires. God's people will no longer be enslaved, for they are waking up and finding their truth and freeing themselves from the trap that has been placed on the mind of the collective. This message, I received it yesterday afternoon after I came out of meditation. I received this message. There are officers who have been doing illegal work. There are militaries who have been doing illegal work. There's always good and bad in every system. So just know that if you're not in the system of doing evil, know that you are protected. For those who are doing evil, you're not protected by anyone or anything, no matter how much money you spend, no matter how far you want to run to, where you're going to run to. There's no place to run because God sees you. Archangels are protecting those law officers who are doing their service to make sure justice is being balanced. So there's a reason God has guided me to deliver this message to you. Be very careful. For the same sword that you throw at somebody, that's the same sword that will be thrown at you. Remember, you have family. You have children. God's people has family and they have children as well. Many have lost their lives because of the injustice that you have caused in their life. Know that you will no longer be able to do this. Just like my ceiling, just like this fan that's over my head that has so much chemicals in it. That's injustice. The cameras that are placed in my home, that's injustice. The stalking that has been happening, that's injustice. I will keep saying it because you will all face your day with God. You will all be brought to face your crimes against humanity. I speak for myself and I speak for many. Because it's not only me going through this. There are many of the light who are facing this injustice and making it seem like we are the ones that are mentally unstable. But excuse me, who's doing the stalking and who's doing the watching and who's doing the killing of humanity? Not the light workers, it's the dark forces. So who's the one with the mental problems? Not the light workers, it's the dark forces. You cannot have control over any system or any human being anymore. Your homes will be destroyed. Your families will be in chaos. Your children will be followed just like you follow God's children. Don't you know that whatever you put out, that's what you will receive? And I'm pretty sure you know that because you read the text of the Egyptians. You have stolen their property. You have taken our ancestors' jewels, rituals, their bodies. And don't think you are going to get away with it, because you're not. Everything will be returned back to our ancestors. And no, your little spell of last night only gave me power, and I'm very thankful. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the fame and the fortune, because I am going to take it in and do better with it to serve the people, not for self. Because I don't serve self. I serve God. When you serve God, your success will multiply. I work for God. I don't work for man. And that's why you don't like me. But it's okay. I find nothing but compassion. And I forgive. But I don't forget. But then there's a force that you will have to face. You have to face Mayat and Anubis in the underworld. Your heart is being weighed. And your heart is heavier than the feather. So, toodaloo. Have a blessed day. I wouldn't do any more chemicals in people's homes or putting any more spy cameras because you are being watched. Namaste.